What's the best response to dad? I think I'm gay. I rehearsed it for 3 months. Practiced in the mirror, wrote it down in my notes app at 2 a.m., deleted it, told my therapist, told my roommate, told the barista at Starbucks, who definitely didn't ask. Everyone except the one person who actually mattered. My dad was a Marine drill sergeant for 22 years. The kind of guy who made my ex-boyfriend nervous just by existing. The kind of dad who taught me to throw a punch at 7, change a tire at 10, and never, ever show weakness. Growing up, our house had rules. You don't cry, you don't quit, you don't make excuses. I was 19, home from college for Thanksgiving break. I'd been avoiding him since I got there Wednesday night, giving one-word answers at dinner, volunteering to run errands just to leave the house. My mom kept giving me these looks like she knew something was wrong. Thursday afternoon, he found me in the driveway. Garage, now. Your oil's 2,000 miles overdue. My stomach dropped. The garage was his territory. No witnesses, just me, him, and whatever conversation he decided we were having. I followed him in. He'd already set everything up. The oil pan, the filter, the ratchet set, organized by size like we were performing surgery. He slid under my 2015 Honda Civic without a word. Hand me the 14 millimeters. I grabbed it. My hands shaking so bad I dropped the wrench. It clattered on the concrete. You good? Yeah, sorry. I picked it up, handed it to him, tried to breathe normal, failed. He worked in silence for a few minutes. I just stood there, watching him, thinking about every disappointing conversation we'd ever had, like when I quit football sophomore year, or when I chose English as my major instead of engineering. Each time he'd gotten this look, not angry, just distant, like I was becoming someone he didn't recognize. You planning on telling me what's wrong, or are we gonna keep pretending you're suddenly terrible at basic car maintenance? I dropped the wrench again. He slid out from under the car, sat up, and looked at me. Really looked at me. His hands were black with oil, and there was a smudge on his forehead. My voice cracked. I need to tell you something, so tell me. I took a breath, then another. Dad, I think I'm gay. He didn't move, didn't blink, just kept looking at me with those drill sergeant eyes that had made grown men cry during basic training. 5 seconds passed, 10, 15. I could hear my heartbeat in my ears, could feel sweat running down my back even though it was 40 degrees in that garage. Then he stood up, wiped his hands on his jeans, leaving black streaks, walked over to the mini fridge in the corner, the one he'd had since I was a kid, covered in Marine Corps stickers and a faded Semper Fi magnet. He grabbed 2 Budweisers, twisted both caps off, handed me one. You think, or you know? I stared at the bottle. What? You said you think you're gay. That means you're not sure. So which is it? You think, or you know? My throat was tight. I know. I've known since I was 14. I didn't want to disappoint you. He took a long drink, set the bottle down on his workbench. When he looked at me again, his eyes were different, softer somehow. You remember when you were 8 and you wanted to quit Cub Scouts? I nodded. I'd hated Cub Scouts. Hated the camping, the merit badges, the other kids who made fun of me for bringing books to meetings. I made you stick it out for another year. You remember why? You said quitters don't become leaders. No. He shook his head. I said quitters don't learn who they really are. I wanted you to give it a real shot before you decided it wasn't for you. And after that year, you came to me and said it wasn't your thing. You tried it, learned from it, and you were done. And I respected that. He picked up his beer again. That Marine Corps bullshit I put you through growing up. The discipline, the standards, the push-ups when you talked back, the expectations. That was never about who you love, kid. That was about being a good man, about integrity, about knowing who you are and standing by it, even when it's hard. My eyes were burning. I tried to take a drink, but my hands were shaking too bad. You still a good man? He asked. Yeah, I think so. You treat people with respect? Yes, sir. You work hard, take care of your responsibilities? I try. Then we're good. He stepped forward and clinked his beer against mine. The sound echoed in the garage. Being gay doesn't change any of that. Doesn't change that you're my son. Doesn't change that I'm proud of you. I completely lost it. Just stood there in his garage, ugly crying while he awkwardly patted my shoulder. We stayed like that for probably 20 minutes. Me crying, him occasionally saying, all right, like he did when I scraped.
Click the link in my profile to watch the exciting follow-up.